offer through the Georgia Department of Public Health. I work for the Southwest Public Health District, which is under the Georgia Department of Public Health. You guys may know it as the Health Department. Our health district covers 14 counties, and each county has a health department that we oversee. And so I am the Chronic Disease Prevention Program Manager. And I wanted to talk to you all tonight about one of the programs that we'll be offering in the spring, and it's called our Prevent T2 program. It's a diabetes prevention program. And so this particular program is for adults who have been diagnosed with pre-diabetes, or they have either been identified as someone who is high risk for developing type 2 diabetes. So I'm going to pull up a presentation for you guys, and we'll go through my slide. Let's see. Okay, can you see the presentation?
Yes, we see
it. Okay. So, again, I'm going to talk to you about our diabetes prevention program. And so what is pre-diabetes? So pre-diabetes, this occurs in most people who develop type 2 diabetes. This is when their blood sugar is high, but it's not high enough to be diagnosed with diabetes. So there are about 88 million adults in America that are pre-diabetic. More than 84% of these adults do not know that they are pre-diabetic. So these people, they're on the borderline, they're on the verge of becoming diabetic or developing type 2 diabetes, and they don't know it yet. So pre-diabetes, it increases your risk of type 2 diabetes, of developing type 2 diabetes, developing heart disease, and stroke. So if you don't address pre-diabetes, then your risk for type 2 diabetes increases. And so what happens when you develop type 2 diabetes, then that increases your risk for other serious health complications, such as blindness, kidney failure, heart disease, stroke, and loss of toes, feet, or legs. And we all probably know someone who may have suffered from one of these categories. So how do you know if you're at risk for type 2 diabetes? Okay, so you can talk to your doctor. Talk to your doctor to get screened for type 2 diabetes. There are different tests that can assess for this. You have your A1C test, your fasting blood sugar test, and your glucose tolerance test. And so, as you can see in the green, these are your normal ranges. In the orange, these are your ranges that are telling you that you are pre-diabetic and you are high risk for developing type 2 diabetes. So if you go to the doctor and you have an A1C test that ranges between 5.7 and 6.4%, then you are considered pre-diabetic. And there are some things that you can do to prevent yourself from developing diabetes. If you have a fasting blood sugar test and it comes back and it's between 100 and 125, you are pre-diabetic. If you have a glucose tolerance test that comes back between 140 and 199, then you are pre-diabetic. And the other way to assess it, if you don't have a primary care physician, if you don't want to see your doctor about getting screened for COVID, then there's an assessment that you can take, and it's on the CDC's website. And the link is right here. We actually use this assessment as well as the screening test to accept or to determine who qualifies for our program. And so this particular assessment, you can complete it online, and it'll ask you a few different questions. And based on the number that you score determines your risk, whether you are pre-diabetic or not. So if you have diabetes, now what? What do you do? So if you have diabetes, pre-diabetes, if you have pre-diabetes, losing weight by eating healthy and being more active can actually cut your risk of getting type 2 diabetes in half. So what you can do to prevent or delay the onset of type 2 diabetes is join a lifestyle change program like the program that we're going to offer in the spring. Because by joining a program, you can prevent or delay by just making subtle lifestyle changes. And the particular program that we offer is called Prevent T2. And with this program, you'll be able to work with a trained lifestyle coach. This coach will help you to take small, manageable steps that fit into your life and fit into your schedule. You'll also discover how to eat healthy and how to add more physical activity to your day. You'll learn how to manage stress and stay motivated and solve problems that can slow your progress. Then you'll also have group support over the course of the year. The program that we offer, it is free. It's of no charge to the participants. And again, you'll have that group support. A lot of times when it comes to making lifestyle changes, it really helps when you have somebody that will go through those changes with you. It helps to have an accountability partner. And that's what this support group offers. Now, pre-COVID, we were doing this program in person, and we've also done some virtual sessions pre-COVID for people that were long distance. But because of the pandemic that we're in, we're going to be offering this program virtually. So let's talk a little bit more about the program. So again, this is called Prevent T2. It's a year-long program that's designed for people with prediabetes or people who are at high risk for type 2 diabetes. Prevent T2 helps participants to achieve a moderate weight loss by eating well and being active. So some of our goals of this program these are our two main goals. The first goal is to lose at least 5 to 7% of your start weight, and also to get at least 150 minutes of physical activity each week at a moderate pace or more. Again, this program is going to be offered virtually, and the way that it's structured, because it's a year-long program, we'll meet once a week for 4 months. Then we'll meet every other week for 2 months. And then after that, we'll meet once a month for 6 months. Now, within the first 6 months, we expect people to meet these goals, losing the weight and having consistent physical activity of 150 minutes a week. People who have done this successfully, they have been able to delay or prevent the onset of type 2 diabetes. And so our particular health district, we actually are CDC, we have CDC full recognition, meaning that we've had a number of cohorts that have participated in this program, and they have participated successfully. And so then we gain CDC recognition because of that. So this again is a proven lifestyle change program, and it's a way to turn prediabetes around. So this is my contact information for anyone who is interested. If you want to go to the CDC's website and take the assessment to see if you qualify to participate in the program, in the free program, if you want to talk to your doctor about getting screened, or maybe you've already been screened and you know your numbers and you're interested in participating in this program, well, here's my contact information. You can email me or call me, and I can explain to you, give you some more details about the program. And that's all that I have.
Thank you, Ms. Bennett, for that amazing, that awesome information. That is some awesome information on preventing type 2 diabetes. That's great. That's awesome. You know, a lot of people have type 2 diabetes, and as she said, a lot of people don't even know that they're even about to have that. because one thing about it, I would like to say, first of all, that I thank God for this awesome conference, the first virtual family empowerment conference that we've had. And this is my first being on live, because that's something I don't do, but God is always up to things. So hey, we just gonna step right in here and move on, do what God would have us to do. And I know he's trying to tell me it's time to start doing something different. I guess every should I say every decade something new starts. I think I started my business at 60, that I stepped out of my house with my business at 60. Now at 70, he's putting me on live. Okay, so we're gonna work this thing. But I think for health and wellness, that's awesome. Many people don't even think about their health. They just go on doing whatever. And health is something that you gotta put your mind on, get into, because you only gonna be here one time. And if you don't do what you need to do for yourself, who do you think is going to be able to do it? So first of all, I just thank God for our great leader, Apostle Felix, and First Lady Revels. I thank God for all the pastors and, the bishops, overseers, all of the officials of and we're just going to go ahead and just talk about what we got going on. I looked up, I was saying, okay, health and wellness, health and wellness. Usually when we say health, we're thinking, okay, health and wellness are the same thing. But just like Miss Venezia was saying, wellness is a lifestyle. It's not just a one-time thing. Wellness is a lifestyle. But health is a state of mindset. This is the state that you're in with your health. Health all includes more than just your body. It's your mind. It has to do with your physical, your mental, and your social. That's when we're saying your health. That has to do with all parts of you. As God said, I would that you would prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. Okay? Well, God is looking at us, and he wants us to be in good health. And that's mental health, physical health, all health. God wants us to prosper in our health. Okay, now, with him being God, he has created and made us in such a perfect way that we have everything that we need within us in order to stay healthy. We got our liver, we got the pancreas, all these things, the heart, lungs, you got your immune system, everything in there working together to try to keep you healthy. And then what we do, the food and the vitamin supplements and different things that we put in our body, the stuff that we put in our body, this is what tear down and make your body go down. Okay, as Miss Venezia was saying, it's a lot of stuff that you need to do. Is you need to change your eating habits, change the exercise. You got to have exercise in order to be healthy. You got to be and eat right. Eating, people don't understand it, but eating is what brings on all of your diseases. Most everything you got is because of what you eat or what you did not eat, what you put in your body or what you did not put in there. That's where the sicknesses comes from. And one thing about the body, the way God made it, you got your immune system fighting all the time, trying to keep stuff out that you're putting in that's foreign to it, and it's fighting. But if you continue to put stuff in, you're going to wear that immune system down. It's going to slow it down and you're going to keep on putting stuff in, and it's not going to be able to fight this stuff off. Just like she was saying about your diabetes, your pancreas putting out this putting out your insulin, and your immune system's supposed to be there to keep it going right, not to let it overflow, keeping it flowing right, not to let too much of the insulin get in. But because of your eating habit, then you've worn down your immune system. So now it's not doing its job. Inflammation is building up in your body, and it continues to build up. And then when you know anything, you got diabetes. But diabetes just didn't happen. It happened over a period of time. And this is the way the body works. It lets you know, you got your brain sending out all the signals, you got your body and, symptoms down there, okay? Your brain, your body is normal if there is nothing that's going against it. It's normal. You got a normal body. But, living everyday life, not going to be, your body not going to stay that way all the time, because you got stress, you got kids coming in, that's stressful, you go to work, you got pollution in the air, all this kind of stuff. It goes against the body, okay? So signals are being sent to your brain is sending signals to the body that something's going wrong. When something starts going wrong, the brain starts letting the body know something is going wrong. Okay, you just going on, continue to eat like you eat, continue to do what you're doing, not paying any attention to the signals that's being sent to your body. And before you know it, then you got symptoms coming. But the symptoms is the last thing that you get. When you start having headaches and you go to the doctor, and then what happens is now he can diagnose your problem. But the disease started before he was able to diagnose. The disease was already in your body before he was able to diagnose. So the thing is, you need to start eating right, taking a supplement. Why supplements? Because no matter how you eat healthy, whole foods are the foods that have not been processed. So it doesn't matter how well you eat or how good you prepare your food, how your diet, as long as if you don't put any supplements in there, your body is not going to operate to its fullest capacity, because something is missing. There is a standard amount of vitamins and nutrients that your body needs in order to function properly. And I don't think anybody gets the amount that's recommended. You would have to eat a whole lot of fiber and a whole lot of grapes and this thing, and you would be too full to eat what you need to eat in a day to get the vitamins that you need. Therefore, you got to do supplements. Supplements help to give you that you don't get. If you continue, just to think and just to break it down, just saying, okay, you out here running, you fix your car break down, your motor tear up, okay, you go get the car fixed. Well, if you continue to, you go on, you continue to go with that car, it's well now, it'll go so many miles, fixed. But if you don't put no oil in it, you don't change something and just continue to do the same thing you did before you got that, you're going to have the same problem again. That car going to break down, you're going to have the same motor problem. That's the same way with your body. If you can go have a heart attack, if you don't, when you come out of the hospital, if you don't change your diet, change your habits, change your eating, then on down the road, you can say, okay, I had a heart attack. Well, a few more miles down the road, you're going to have another one because you are continuing to do the same thing. And I hear people say a lot of time, well, hey, I've been doing this all my life. I have eaten like this all my life. I'm not changing my eating habit. And I'm looking at them and I'm saying, okay, you've been eating like that all your life, but you got a bag full of medicine. So that should tell you something. You need to change something. There is something that you need to change, you know, and a lot of us need to learn that there are factors that we need to know about our health. If you're eating and you need to eat for your blood type, a lot of people say, oh, I ain't worried about that. I've been living like this all the time. I'm not changing my eating habit. Because when you start looking at your blood type, there are a lot of foods and stuff that different ones with different blood types should not eat. Certain things causes you to have thick blood and start having blood clots according to what blood type you got. For instance, like the O's shouldn't eat potatoes. Why? Because it causes arthritis in them. If you're old blood type and you're eating a lot of potatoes, you need to stop. Because you may be young now, but the older you get, you'll know it. I've never been messed up my knees. And I don't know what's the problem. Well, that's what it is, them potatoes that you've been eating. Okay, also cabbages. Cabbages, your thyroid, you go to messing up with your thyroid, that's because you need to let that cabbage alone. It's certain things that you gotta know your blood type and eat according to the blood type. Actually, that's a healthy change for your lifestyle. When you got diabetes and different things, it's because of what you're eating. Mother Rebel used preached a sermon and said, you are what you eat. And that's for real. That's spiritual and physical. Whatever you're eating, you are what you're eating. Even if it's whatever, it's time to realize that it's time to make some changes. So I just am here today to tell you, please get you some supplements. If you don't do nothing else, get you some supplements to supplement your eating habits. Supplement your diet. It's very important to supplement. You need nutrition. Your body cannot work properly if you don't use the supplements. Okay, I just thank God today for our meeting, for this wellness, and this conference is free, but we would like for you to give donations if you would like to. We have 3 different ways that you can donate. 1, you can donate through the Givelify. You can donate by sending a good old-fashioned check in, or download and send in that check. And we'll be more than happy to receive it. And I just thank you all for being here, and thank you for the opportunity to speak on health and wellness. And for everyone, I know Shanika has the information, and I guess you'll put it up on the screen of how
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, I have this is Mary Helen Albany, and I have
Okay.
a 2-part question. When the lady from the health department was there talking about the pre-diabetes, and I was wondering, did she, and you mentioned it also in your presentation, that people were brought up to eat a certain way and they've been eating this way all their lives. do anybody have, and because you have to teach that, a certain menu plan or something to try to help people transition into eating the right way, or maybe they can go YouTube or Google, I don't know. But I was just wondering about that, a menu plan, a sample menu plan or something to help them to because they grew up for years and years and years eating ham hocks and pork chop and greasy greens and, but the transition and start eating more fruits and vegetables and things like that. And the other question about this, stop eating potatoes if you was is that white potatoes or sweet potatoes?
Both of them. Potatoes, both, right.
Potatoes, both of them, okay.
Now, Miss, I was listening to Miss Venezia now when she was talking about her. We're gonna let her answer that about the eating your diet, your plan, your eating plan. Yes, I think they were saying when she was giving out her speech, she was letting you know that there were certain things that they would be teaching in their sessions. So I'm gonna let her kind of answer that. But yes, we do have. I mean, I'm not into giving out health plans because I'm not even in the health field on that wise. I do natural health. So but I'm gonna let Miss Venezia answer that.
Okay, just menu plan something.
Well, with our diabetes prevention program, we don't focus at all on what types of food you eat because this particular program doesn't want to get into people dieting. It's more so of a lifestyle change that's achievable. It's just empowering you to choose the foods that are best for you, that you can, still have the weight loss and have the energy to do the physical activity. So with that particular program, we don't have any meal plans. But there is another program where that will actually be starting next month. It's called our SNAP Ed program. That program is for people, our target audience are for adults that are low income. And what this program does is an 8-week program and it's free. And each week we introduce a new recipe. And it's basically, something that sometimes it's recipes that people wouldn't try or recipes that people are familiar with, but it's just made in a healthier way. So we go over a nutrition lesson. So you might learn about calcium one week. You might learn about incorporating proteins in your diet the next week. You might learn about whole grains and how to choose your whole grains. And you learn about those different nutrition topics. You also learn about food safety and you learn a recipe. And that's to encourage the consumption of fruits and vegetables. And so it's not a particular meal plan, but we do provide recipes. And when we were doing that particular program in person, we did food tastings and cooking demonstrations. But for a particular meal plan, you could go to a website called myplate.gov, I think it is, myplate.gov. Or if it's not .gov, try myplate.com. And you can find various information and tailor it to your particular goal. So for instance, if you're someone that's trying to lose weight, you can plug in your information, your weight. It can give you a meal plan based on how many calories you need to have per day if you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, or maintain your weight. And so that website is full of really good information. And again, a meal plan, it really is going to depend on the individual because, like she said, your different types, different blood types, different body types need different nutrients and different foods. And so there's no set meal plan that I have that I can offer you, but there are plenty of resources that can kind of help you tailor a meal or meal planning to you specifically. And myplate.gov .com or .gov is one of them. I think it's .com. So I hope that
Hello. This is First Lady. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you, Ebony, for spending part of your evening with us tonight. I also want to thank you, Pastor Francis, for conducting this session. I had already spoken with Ebony about possibly talking to a group of women when we do our monthly women's sessions. So at that time, we'll be happy to give more information as it relates to the program she originally discussed and then the next one that she mentioned. Again, we want to be respectful of the time. I know for some people, this is their bedtime, not me, but some people. But this is some good information. And of course, we knew that we wouldn't have time to answer and address everything, but we just wanted to introduce the conversation and introduce the information. So if there are some topics or specific questions that you have, if you would possibly email it to the church, EFM4460@gmail.com. And when we're planning our monthly sessions, those will be some topics that we'll consider maybe scheduling so that more people can get involved and we'll have an opportunity for a little more interaction. Now, before we end this, I do see a hand raised. Joanne Reddick, do you still have a question or has it already been addressed? All right, her hand is raised, but she's muted, so maybe she's already asked or her question has been answered. If there's nothing else, again, I don't want to prolong the time. Pastor Francis, I'm going to turn it back over to you so you can close us out. And again, just send your information to EFM4460@gmail.com and we'll be happy to follow up with you, okay? Thank you.
Okay. All right, and we just thank God for First Lady and Miss Ebony being here with us and giving us out some great information. And for the ones that really you know you need to get with her, and because you, like she said, we need to definitely find out about preventing getting type 2 diabetes. Okay. All right. Now, but we do want you to know that, you know, that, as I said, this is a free conference, but we do want you to give, okay? And I think Shanika has that information to put up on the website of where that you can and the 3 ways that you can give.
It'll be.
It should be.
Yeah, they can go back and look at the opening session. It's on there.